in households each year because of domestic violence. Animal abuse is unfortunately common and occurs in a variety of forms. I care about all types of animals and I want to inform others of the ways that they are sometimes mistreated. Learning about animal abuse may want you to help in any way you may be able to. Animal cruelty can occur in households, in the meat and dairy industry, in the wild, and also in our oceans. To begin, animal cruelty occurs in households. This is probably the most common thing that comes to mind when you hear animal cruelty. According to the American Humane Association, 68% of battered women reported violence towards their animals. 87% of these incidents occurred in the presence of women, and 75% in the presence of children to psychologically control and coerce them. To help minimize household animal cruelty, we might be able to fight domestic abuse. Another big portion of animal abuse comes from the meat industry. The meat industry doesn't just kill animals, most of the time it treats them like objects before their death. According to the Huffington Post, 99% of the meat in the United States comes from factory farms, and factory farms are more interested in profit than they are the treatment of the animals. There are lots of cruel practices that happen in factory farms, such as the debeaking of fowl. Animals are injected with antibiotics and hormones. Male chicks are put on a conveyor belt and sent through grinders because they're no use to the egg industry. And also dairy cows rarely make it past 5 years of age when their lifespan in the wild is 15 to 20 years. There is also a third type of animal abuse that's less thought of in our Western civilization, and that's cruelty that occurs in the wild, most commonly known as poaching. Poachers hunt rhinos and tigers and elephants for their tusks and bones to sell for profits. According to John Kenny, as poaching continues over time, the probability of population extinction increases significantly. Unfortunately, if the rate of extinction continues like it is, it is thought that a lot of species in Africa will become extinct in our lifetime. Finally, animal cruelty also occurs in the oceans. This is probably the least commonly thought of because it's not a first-hand way of animal cruelty, but rather a second-hand, with our pollution and trash that ends up in the oceans. Animals like this one get entangled in fishing nets, and also sea turtles often mistake plastics for food and ingest them when plastics can't be digested, obviously. So it's a really painful death. In conclusion, animal cruelty is a diverse issue that encompasses commonly thought of issues such as household abuse and cruelty in the meat and dairy industry, but it also includes issues such as wildlife poaching and cruelty in the oceans because of our pollution. It's good to know about animal cruelty so that you can be more informed and help. A lot of people don't think they can do much to help, but there are a few ways you can help. You can help by donating to organizations that help fight animal cruelty. You could volunteer with the organizations. If you witness animal cruelty first-handedly, you could report it, and also you could cut back on the amount of meat and dairy you eat. You don't have to be a vegan or vegetarian to help animals. You could pick a day of the week to not eat meat, which helps a lot. As humans, we share the earth with animals and other species, and while we may be more biologically advanced, animals have feelings of pain and they have emotions just like we do, and we should be more considerate of that.